Hey everyone, I just wanted to get on here and kind of set the record straight. So a lot of our clients or potential clients that are checking out our Instagram and our TikTok, and they see these like beautiful dances and they see, HIIT training, and they're thinking, I would love to rebound, but it looks really hard. It looks quite strenuous, it looks complicated, there's a lot of moves there that I just don't think I don't have the coordination. So it kind of, they're not too sure if this is for them. And I thought, let me just explain that we have HIIT and LIT programs, loads of them. When I first started rebounding, believe it or not, it was probably 20 years ago, the first time I ever touched a rebounder. But when I started rebounding sort of every day as my exercise modality of choice, I was 5 months postpartum. I had a separated pelvis. I had a really, really sore back from an epidural that was, I feel, gone wrong slightly. I was really overweight for my frame. I was still sort of 13 to 15 kgs overweight after giving birth 5 months prior. I was really big over here, very big, crazy, and I was very uncomfortable in my body. I felt heavy and I felt like I had 2 left feet. Everything felt like an effort and I was unfit. I hadn't been able to exercise for the last couple months of my pregnancy. I wasn't able to exercise after my emergency Caesar. I was like a real beginner all over again. And yes, muscle has memory, and yes, I have dance training, ballet and gymnastics, so it's all kind of there. The muscle memory is there. I still felt the most unfit and overweight that I have personally ever been. So I also started from begin, and it took me a while to get my coordination up to scratch, to practice the moves, to make things a little bit more complex, to utilize the accessories the way they should be, and to start having fun and start to choreograph on a rebounder. That took a long time. So when you see myself and our incredible instructors on Instagram, you're like, I want to be like that, but it's definitely not for me, it's too hard. That is not the case. So let me explain. Some of our light or low intensity or low impact interval training workouts are the following. So first of all, we have a foundation program. A foundation program is our entry-level program, which starts you on 2 minutes a day on a spring rebounder with a support bar, and you build your way up in week 1 to 5 minutes, and each week you add on until you get to max 20 minutes. The movements are slow, they are calculated, we don't use a lot of accessories, you keep the bounce really, really simple, quite low to the mat, there's not a lot of footwork, there is no choreography, and it's for people that have maybe just given birth, injured, the elderly, people that have autoimmune diseases, cancer remission, special requirements, and they need to start somewhere. So the foundation program is for them. Then we go on to beginners programs. Our beginners program is a little bit more tricky. It starts with 10 minutes and it goes to 60 minutes over 8 weeks though. So we slowly and gradually build you up over that time. It's a beautiful program that was shot in 2020 over lockdown. It's a passion project of mine. So many people started rebounding in 2020 and have since, and that was like my way of showing people how to rebound from like grassroots level, excuse the pun, grassroots, lemon roots. Okay, so that's the beginners program. Then we have other sort of easier programs, ones that aren't as tricky, but not easy, they challenge you in other ways, like Boga and Pounce and Bouncy Beat. They are a little bit less intense, if I can say that, but they come with their own challenges like core control, lengthening, stretching, strengthening, mindfulness, concentration. So they have their own challenges, but they're not so doof, 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 like rah, 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 high intensity, high heart rate, sweating. But trust me, those programs are challenging, but in their own way. But they are lower in intensity, and so safe for ladies that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Safe for beginners that have maybe just given birth. Perfect. I mean, Pounce is the perfect program to get that entire core reconnected again and to make that mind-body connection after your body's just had a massive transformation. So those programs are a little bit on the lower impact side, as well as Steph's Sculpt as well. So she kind of crosses the line between beginner to intermediate into advanced sometimes, because hers are slightly lower in impact, but more challenging because of the Pilates aspect and the bar aspect of it. So very, very controlled movements, lots of core stability required, but she builds you in that program. So Sculpt is kind of like in the middle. Bouncy Beat, I'd say, is also a little bit in the middle. Then we also have beginners classes. So these These are in-person classes, live classes, FOMO classes done with Relene, 45 minutes. And they're a little bit simpler in the fact that you don't often use ankle weights. You don't often use 2 accessories at the same time. The warm-up is longer, the cool down is longer. The complicated side of things is taken away. The choreography side of things is taken away. Yes, there's some repetition, but not a lot of choreography. So beginners is 45 minutes. And then we have something new that we started in 2022, which is called B2B. So many of our clients have had COVID. They have had setbacks of some kind, and they needed to reignite and start again or start for the first time. So B2B means back to basics. Maybe they didn't want to do a whole program like foundation, beginners, pounce, boga, beat, but they wanted to do individual classes or online classes. B2B is with a support bar or without, so you can choose, with Relene and Tertia, and they are 30-minute classes, and they are also simple. Very, very little choreography, simple moves, 1 accessory at a time, heart rate's quite low, the bounce is low, and it really is starting from beginner level again, and the instructors are teaching you how to engage your core, how to stand. You know, it's really a lot of guidance when it comes to technique. So there's B2B as well. So those are all our low intensity, like lit workouts. You can see that there's actually probably more on that side of the spectrum than there is on the harder side, which is where Lisa G and myself kind of fit in. So Steph has some trickier sculpt classes that are more advanced as well. I have the advanced classes, intermediate to advanced, because I've been doing it for a long time and a lot of my clients have been with me for years, and I love the challenge. It's my own personal workout as well, so I love to challenge myself. And so my clients kind of follow me as I get fitter and stronger and better at rebounding, so do they, and we're kind of on this journey together. Really fit individuals, people that need to have a challenge. Okay, so those are my classes. Lisa G does an intermediate class, so it's kind of in the middle of beginner and my classes, so intermediate. And then we have HITs. And HITs, both Lisa G and myself do weekly HIT classes. 36 minutes, high intensity, unisex. Get it done. Heart rate is super high, but you're still getting your 30 minutes of cardio. Trickier with regards to heavier weights, not necessarily complicated, but just heavier weights. So the heart rate goes really high, the burn is high, it's challenging. And you're probably going to feel quite stiff in your muscles the next day because you're so used to rebounding with light weights, and now we're going to a 3 kg with control. Okay, so that is your HIT workout. So as you can see, there's actually only a few workouts, the intermediate to advanced, the HIT, and some advanced sculpt classes that are actually in that zone. And I know Tertia's just introduced something called Swift, which is a compact class. It's a normal bouncy beat and burn, but in 35 minutes. So when you are doing something that's condensed, generally the intensity is a little bit higher because you're wanting to achieve similar results in calorie burn in a shorter space of time. So Swift is also on the more intermediate to advanced side. Whoa, mouthful, lots. So what I wanted to really say to you is that it's a total myth. When you see our stuff on Instagram, it's because we want to inspire you, we want to entertain you, we want you to go, wow, that looks so cool, I really want to learn how to do that. You know, we want to do that. But it doesn't mean that's all we do, is choreography and dances and rebounding is this doof like hectic, it just looks too intense. Not at all. There is a program or a class in person, online, for every type of individual. Whether you are overweight, wanting to lose weight, you've got a health condition, you are beginner level, haven't exercised for a very long time, you're recovering from something, different age, different stages, you're never too young and you're never too old. We even have bouncy kids. Okay, so like a whole lot of workouts and journeys and programs and for kiddies. So we've really tried to make sure that no one feels left out, that there is something for everyone, it's all encompassing, and that whether you want to take it easy or whether you want to give it horns, there is something for you. Okay, so it's HIT and lit. Bounty, I promise you, has something for you. Just get started. Let us help you. Get in touch with our support team. Let them guide you as to which program would be best suited, or jump online for free and come and try a few of the classes. You know, get yourself a rebounder, basic accessories, pop into the B2B, little bit too easy. Pop into beginners, that's you know, maybe a little bit too long for you, or maybe it's perfect. It's the Goldilocks class for you. Fantastic. Or maybe you are very fit and you are wanting to challenge yourself on the days that you don't run or you don't go to CrossFit, but you want to do something lower impact on the other days. Seriously, it doesn't matter who you are and what you want to achieve. Rebounding is something that everybody should be doing every day from a health perspective, more so than from a fitness perspective. Because of what it does to your core, it builds lean muscle, it develops your heart muscle, it makes you fitter and stronger, and it really, really helps your lymphatic system. It helps to detoxify and boost your immunity. So rebounding, guys, it's not just for fitness, it is for health. If anything, get yourself a rebounder and bounce in it for 10 minutes a day before you have your 2 showers a day. In your pajamas, just wear proper sports properties and bounce for your health. If you can do yourself if you can change one thing or incorporate one new thing into your year this year, let it be the fact that you now rebound on a daily basis. Okay, and then in 6 months' time, let me know how you go, because I promise you'll be saying, this is the post that changed your mind. This is the post that got you onto a rebounder and you've never looked back since.